Welcome to Clock Out
Welcome
Podcast.
to CLOCKOUT Podcast.
Okay. Ngayon, what is Clock Out? Ano bang Clock Out? When you hear the word Clock Out, what comes to mind?
I think what comes to mind for me is more of a reset. It's being able to like go to a place, safe space, and then you can do your reset for something.
Okay.
For something better.
Okay. First thing that comes to mind when I hear the word clock out is syempre log out.
Yeah.
Tapos na yung work mo, you could get out,
Yeah.
get a fresh perspective, get resources, rest, relax, and probably, it's more of like getting out, zoom out, gets mo?
Yeah.
Pag nag-zoom out ka, you get a wider view to see different angles. So that's the reason probably why we named this podcast
As
Clock
Clock Out.
Out.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is siguro, let us talk about who we are muna.
Yep.
Okay. So George, you go first.
Well, people may know me as the person who is a business optimization coach.
Okay.
I help organizations, big or small, optimize their business in all aspects. From the front end, and when you say the front end, from the marketing to the sales, up until the back end, to operations, delivery, and human resources. So that's a very broad spectrum, but it's quite unique in the space. I'm able to help business owners especially, and even leaders in that aspect so that they deliver better results.
Okay. In terms of experience, how many years have you been doing this?
Overall, the optimization part, probably around 8 to 10 years, but the HR and org development piece, 20 years.
Okay,
I'm an old soul.
So solid. And currently, what are you passionate about, George?
Well, right now, it may be a little bit cliche mentioning it, but I'm really helping people figure out digital transformation. The all AI shebang.
Dun ka na.
Yeah, because there comes a lot of complexities behind it, and I think it's important to put people in their lane so that they get to understand how they're able to maximize their role in part of the transformation.
Okay.
So yun yung
Ito, sobrang random question. If you were to think of one word that would say, sino, who are you in this like podcast? I mean, what do you bring into the table?
Probably a wider perspective. So it's two words. No, it's a wider perspective. Still the perspective
coming from your experience with
working with these awesome people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kasi within this podcast, it's not just our perspective.
Of course.
We will have a lot of business leaders, industry leaders also, our good friends.
Our good friends in the industry.
Goal natin yan to get their opinions based on their experience also. Kasi the things that we want to discuss in this podcast ay yung mga problems mismo ng mga leaders, mga CEOs, what's going through their day-to-day, and how we could give them resources so that they could breeze through their problems.
And even synthesize whatever we get from them. Because it's all going to come from different places, right?
Yeah.
What I mean is, some of them might be coming from high up there, which means corporate.
Yep.
Some of them may come from new business owners. But most of the principles are the same. We just need to synthesize, which I think we can simplify for everyone to consume.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in what your experience. I do know you. You're a good friend. We've been working together for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But for the benefit of those who are listening to Clock Out right now, Ken, please.
Okay.
The floor.
Hi, my name is Ken Somera, and I mainly focus on neuro-linguistic programming and conversational hypnosis and conversational hypnotherapy. I've gotten international certifications for that, especially for sa hypnotherapy. Recent is yung sa Mind Valley with Paul McKenna. Naging focus ko is working with the mind.
Yeah.
Mental health, depression, anxiety, stress, burnout. But as we put on more years of experience, ang naging focus ko na ngayon is to work with leaders.
Alright.
Very specific with people who want to optimize. Meaning, I want to be better. I want to scale. I want to be more confident. Yan yung mga problems na I get to work on.
Alright.
And neuro-linguistic programming is a very, very useful tool for not just behavior programming, but subconscious programming. Because I do believe that ang kaya kong ilatag dito sa usapan na to is to help people with a certain level of awareness. One thing that I believe is like this. When we look at a problem, we could solve that problem based on the current resources that we have.
Correct.
Right? So with that in mind, ang naging setup siguro for this collaboration, kaya excited din ako, is because when I get to talk to you and when we talk, ang daming nare-raise na resources and which leads to getting different perspectives so that when we have options, we could choose the best one.
And I think what you hit it right in the nail, right? Because meaning it's the options that come up are options that add value.
Yan.
Right? Do you think that this collaboration, because obviously it pretty much adds all up to something, like I would say, you're because people might be asking, why an NLP practitioner or an expert, or for that matter, somebody who's into organizations, what are the possibilities? Why are we even here, right? Okay. Why are we existing for that matter?
Sa akin, magkaiba tayo ng opinion.
Di ba?
Magkaiba tayo ng opinion. There are lots of things that we agree. There are a lot of things that we disagree. We disagree on. And I do think yung contrast na yon could help people gain more perspective.
Exactly.
Yun. Ako yun yung nakita ko. Kasi, I mean, ikaw yun nasa corporate eh. Wala ako sa corporate. I work with more on therapy and mind.
Yeah.
So, pero, one of the key things that led to where we are right now is a conversation we had probably last year or months back.
Yeah.
Sabi mo, Ken, ang laki ng importance ng working with mental health. Lalo na sa laki ng problema ng mga companies ngayon, ang problema minsan hindi na nasa structure eh. Minsan nandun na sa tao.
Exactly. No. And I guess that's where the whole thing comes from. Why? If you really look at it, I mean, I'm going to go corporate speak a little bit.
Go.
Root cause analysis.
Okay.
I mean, how does a person working with mental health affect all of this? At the end of the day, you have good processes, you have good systems, you have a good organization. All of them are meaningless. All of them are BS kung walang tao sa gitna nun. So
kung yung person implementing is not on that right state of mind, sabog lahat.
Okay, so it all boils down to that person in between that. So that's why it's important. That's why this thing, it's really a mission for me to get this launched with you, because we're seeing this thing na, come on, don't tell me that all these systems and processes will work on its own. That's BS. There's a person behind it. Okay. For every SOP that you fix, for every process that you destroy, there's always a person behind it.
Yun. I think pwede ko i-insert dito yung very specific NLP belief eh. Kanina, I think when we were talking before this recording, we talked about understanding that everyone has their own reality.
Yeah.
And napag-usapan namin ni George, ang focus ng show na to, ng podcast na to, is problems. Okay? And when we get to work with problems, we have to understand the context.
Exactly. Always.
Okay?
Always.
So, ang isa sa goals na nakita ko dito, we love problems. You're a consultant, I'm a consultant. Yeah. We love problems. Himayin natin yung mga problema na yun. Perfect. When we get to, pag nahihimay natin yung mga problema, we get more context, we could provide a very specific solution that could work for the person asking.
Yeah.
So kukuha kami ng mga problema sa mga messages namin, sa mga PMs and our colleagues sa iba't ibang industriya, and we will discuss it here sa mga episodes namin ng CLOCKOUT. So yeah, yun lang.
And well, siguro which brings me to the question. Para kanino ba tong CLOCKOUT na to?
Para kanino?
Who are
question.
who are we helping? Ken?
Okay. Number 1 is business owners.
Yeah.
Old leaders and new leaders, yung mga tenured na, may iba yung problema ng mga tenured na
Definitely.
dun sa mga bago. I think communication is also, yung mga hirap mag-communicate. Freelancers, very close sa heart natin yan. We have lots of friends of freelancer agency owners.
Yeah.
People who are struggling with handling difficult people.
Yeah.
Sa'yo, ano pa?
Agree ako with all, and I think it's to really put at it, it's people who are asked to lead.
Wow.
People who are asked to lead, whether you're a business owner, you're an online business manager, you're a supervisor,
Okay.
people who are just asked to do the mission.
Okay.
Which we're seeing a lot of problems. What do you think are these problems? Ano ba kasi because people are going to be asking, Ken, come on guys, just another podcast, but what exactly or specifically are you going to be solving? Or what are you going to be talking about?
First thing that comes to mind is belief.
All right.
Do you even fucking believe yourself? Most leaders that we get to talk to have those kinds of like limiting beliefs and doubts if they could do this and that.
All
and
right.
one thing that naiisip ko is to work with specific mindset shifts so that it could lead them to better thinking and better solutions.
I'm going to give you an example on that so that people can also understand. Because people might come off as, hey, you know what? I've heard that already. I'll give you an example.
Yo.
I have a client in the past, and that's where belief comes in. He owns an agency,
Okay.
and he has very good, robust processes. Except one of the bottlenecks that he has is he's still working with MS Office, Microsoft Word. And most of the problems that pretty much comes along with working with that particular tool is the agility to serve his customers. Turnaround time, being able to quickly do things or produce results. The problem is he doesn't want to let it go because he feels it's the standard. That's rooted in belief, right?
Yeah.
So that's a clear example of one of the things that we will be talking about.
Kaya pag-usapan natin yan sa mga episodes
Of course.
Gusto ko na sana sagutin eh.
Wag muna.
So parang nung nilalatag mo parang, okay.
Diba?
Oo.
I mean, those are some of the things. Ako naman, one of the other items that I'd probably, bring up is people who are in what you call the drift. Meaning
Ano yan?
they've lost focus in what they should really be doing or should be achieving.
So minsan yung mga companies na nag-plateau na gano'n or nawala lang sila sa focus.
Wala na
sa
sila
vision.
focus.
Okay.
O kumbaga, or because they're rooted in something, I don't know what it is, meron silang dapat ginagawa, pero hindi nila magawa.
Okay.
So it's an execution problem, but it obviously root cause pa rin. Belief problem.
Daanan natin yan, bro.
Because it's really deep.
Oo.
And this thing, we really wanna help people, especially the business leaders. I've seen a lot of companies close last year. Online business, not even here in the Philippines. Different countries, US, UK, Australia, New Zealand. A lot of them are closing down just because they have some rooted problems that sayang dapat natulungan ka namin.
I think, yun yung mga pwede natin fokusan sa mga episodes na to. We get a problem.
Yeah.
A real problem coming from our clients,
somebody who
people who
asked us.
message
Yeah.
us, or we get problems from our clients and friends talaga that are having some business problems, leadership problems.
Yeah.
And then we discuss it here, get perspective, probably get your perspective, get my perspective,
Yeah, and see
or
what we
probably
can
get a guest perspective so that we could, yung mga nakikinig, if they're going through that, it could help them with their decision making.
Yeah.
So I think yun lang yung gagawin namin sa CLOCKOUT. We'll make sure that it's very down to earth. kita nyo naman kung
Relatable, relatable.
relatable. Paano kami magsalita dito is, it's just like, we're two friends with different perspectives and we just want to like lay it down sa table na to.
We'll keep
open
it simple. We don't want to overwhelm people with so much technical stuff.
And like yung previous podcast natin, as much as possible, no bullshit.
No bullshit.
No bullshit. Straight to the point lang.
Yeah.
Sige, I think that's our intro episode. And if you want to learn more or
if you have questions.
Yeah, PM lang kayo sa amin sa Facebook. Where hindi naman kami nangagat. Ano lang, message ka lang. Open message. Ito yung tanong ko. Tara,
We will try our best to answer. We will try our best to
we'll do our
discuss.
best.
And if we're not in that space to have that expertise, we'll get somebody.
We'll get somebody. That's for sure. Ang maganda naman dito sa collaboration na to, napakalawak ng connection ni George dun sa space niya and ako napakalawak din ng connection dun sa space ko.
Yeah.
So we could combine those and make something meaningful out of it. Sige, episode 1, check nyo na. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.